So yes, Jeffrey, where you at? There you go. We're waiting on Tracy now. Give them a little insight of what we're looking at doing for next year.
All right. So while we wait for Tracy here, let me give you an idea. Cannabis.com has a very strong goals and ambitions for 2021, 2022, and all the way to 2026. So let's talk about next year. We've got COVID right now. No one knows what's going to happen. We are all eagerly awaiting things like the election. I think that's the next thing on the docket here. And then we will see where things go and how the country responds to this deadly disease. Our plans are as follows. We will be using this platform, Hopin, for virtual events until it is safe for us to return and go back live and meet you all in person, which we can't wait to do. 2021, we do have Q2, if it's allowed, to be New York for a live show. If we can manage a show in 2021 in Q3, it will be in Los Angeles. And if you look further at athletesandcannabis.com, you will see a plethora of cities listed on our future events page, which will take you all the way from 2022 to 2026. So you should know where we are going to be in your city or a city near you relatively quickly. At this point, I'm going to get out of the way because we do have Tracy David from Oh Yes Shave. Tracy, take it away and share your screen.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Let me share my screen here.
You're rocking and rolling on live, Tracy. You're in control. Do your thing.
Awesome. Cool, cool. So I have a question for you. How many of you would like to have sex more often? Well, I cannot help you with the actual act itself. I can significantly improve the odds for some of you. I'm Tracy David. I'm an inventor. I'm a problem solver. I'm a self-care advocate. And I'm an everyday average girl who suffers from the same self-critical bullying that happens for most of us women. You see, I hadn't even realized that it was a thing until I had a head-on car crash that disfigured my body, landing me in a wheelchair after 8 reconstructive surgeries and 7 pounds of titanium in multiple places of my body. I was then told I would never walk without a cane, and I did not like my body at all, to say the least. In fact, it didn't look like I wanted, it didn't feel like I wanted, and that really put this bully inside of me to become awakened as the self-criticism began to do its work at chipping away my confidence. It turns out that I'm not alone. Studies show that the average woman criticizes herself 8 times a day. And yet over half of us women admit that unwanted body hair actually impacts our confidence and how we feel about our bodies. Isn't it really awful that 9 out of 10 of us hate shaving and consider it a chore? My question for you is why? Why? I mean, if we all hate it so bad, what is the problem with it? And our research has revealed that it's time to take this by the horns, because here's the thing. There's too many skin irritations. There's nicks, there's cuts. And for 100 years, we've actually been using a razor that was designed for a man's beard. It creates all kinds of problems. In fact, why don't you just ask the woman nearest you about her horror stories for shaving? I would like to give you a little bit of a tour of the depilatory landscape over the last 100 years. First of all, looking at this slide, can you identify anything unique or innovative about these particular razors? You see, for decades, the big 3, Gillette, Schick, and Bic, have dominated the marketplace until the new kids on the block, Dollar Shave Club, Harry's, and then Billy moved in over the past 5 to 7 years. You will notice by this picture that they are all short, they're rigid, and they're inflexible, especially designed to just apply enough pressure so that it takes the hair out of the follicle. It cuts that hair really short, and that hair goes back in underneath the skin, taking it out from the root system. this cuts it way too short, which means that it goes back underneath the skin. And, oh, wait, let me just share this with you as well. Did you know that there actually has been significant innovations done from these big three? They've told us that the lady razors are specifically innovated because, well, they're pink. And, oh yeah, they added an aloe strip to it. So guess what? We get to now pay pink tax on it because they've determined that shaving for women is a luxury and not a necessity. Isn't that wonderful? Well, the pressure required for those traditional razors is far too much for our bodies, and it painfully removes a layer of healthy skin with every stroke, resulting in prickly pits and a sore special pretty area. Hardly a luxury beauty treatment. Women deserve something more, and it's about time that we had it. And lucky for you, now we do. You see, Oh Yes Shave is excited to introduce our patented new razor technology. It's not just 45% longer than a traditional razor, which means that it has a much easier reach, but it intuitively glides over every beautiful curve of our body because it has a flexible neck to it. And by the way, there are absolutely no yoga poses required with this razor. Did you know that women spend an average of $210 a year on our shaving supplies? So really at $15 a month, our members are saving money while receiving everything we need for a dramatically better shave experience, including our patented light touch razor blade, premium 5-blade replenishment cartridges, which we are now doing research and development on as we speak to add a hemp strip to that, or a CBD strip. And we are also including with your membership a all-natural clay and essential oil shave bar, which again, we are creating a proprietary formula that has CBD in it as well. So we will be one of the only companies out there who not only has a razor that has CBD infused in it, but also has ancillary products that we will be allowing people to use in that aspect. So all of this is delivered safely and effectively right to your door, exactly when you need it. Not before and not after. Over 83 million of us are currently shaving our bodies in the US as a primary method for our hair removal. We're spending $1.7 billion out of the $4 billion total on those so-called female shaving supplies. And where most industries had plummeted during the COVID-19, the sales of depilatories online increased by 33% in the second quarter, and it's still rising third quarter as well as fourth quarter. So we are perfectly positioned to make history with our innovation as it solidifies our projections to acquire the 1.5 million members in 5 years that we have our sights set on. And as a comparative, this is only 30% of what the Dollar Shave Club did, so we're very confident we can reach those goals. Our diverse leadership team includes powerhouses like Ray, who demonstrated her drive and ability by opening 13 local franchises in under a year. Chris is a former Schick executive who was the co-lead on an $80 million HydroSilk launch with Schick. And Isabel is an award-winning brand manager that's helping us on our team. I personally have 3 decades and 7 businesses under my belt in financial services, retail beauty, membership benefits programs, business consulting, and emotional intelligence development. We've had a 98% positive feedback from our beta testers, and we hear over and over and over from them how grateful that they are that we have actually listened to what they said the problem was, and we've solved the problem by adjusting it. We're also going to continue to improve our technology as we get feedback from women in the future. I encourage you to go home and ask the woman that you love the story of her shaving experiences, because I promise you, we all have a story. To date, we've raised $250,000, and we've been able to experience $10,000 already in pre-sales without any advertising and no actual product to deliver. Pretty amazing, huh? We are winning awards for our innovation, and my patents have been issued, while our community of women continues to grow each day. We are committed to creating a strong social impact by using our profits to support survivors of sex trafficking, while our nonprofit arm continues to establish equality through research and development, taking into consideration all kinds of skin types while we create new jobs and we become an integral part of the ecosystem. This creates an ideal situation for big success for us and quick acquisition, which is obviously the goal. With an initial 6,000 members in our first year, producing just shy of $200 million in projected sales, using a simple 4x multiplier each year, allowing us to serve more than 1 million women with our new innovation. The key to all success is putting the pieces together. Current pre-seed raise of $1 million is the final tipping point to getting us to market smoothly. Here's the bottom line. I set out to inspire women using my own pain and platform. And along the way, I actually discovered a real problem, to which we created a viable and revolutionary solution. Learning to love my own body is still not an easy road, but it has helped me experience victory in many, many different ways in my life. One of them being the ability to cross a marathon finish line. Now, I hope that you will join me in helping 1 million more women learn to love themselves. Become an early adopter with the Oh Yes Shave Club and pre-order yours now to help build this company. I'm Tracy David, and we are shaving the world one woman at a time.
Outstanding, outstanding. Look forward to moving forward. Great presentation. Great deal. And I will connect the dots with you later on today. Did you talk to MG, Mary Gardner?
Yeah.
You talked to George?
Her yesterday, and that went great. She gave me a referral of another guy that I'm going to connect with on Friday.
You talked to George?
No, not George. Chris.
No. I sent you another name, George. No, George Jones. What's that rich place in down there in Florida?
Sarasota?
Is that Sarasota, or what's the other one? Anyway, he's got a 5-acre plot down there and all kind of trash, right? But I've known him for 30 years. But anyway, we're having an online conversation. I'll follow up with you and make sure I send that number to George again and connect with some other people down there. I got some NFL moms and some players down in Tampa. So anyway, have an exceptional day and appreciate you. Good presentation, rocking and rolling.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure, dear. Talk to you later on. We'll talk tomorrow.